pocket area. So you're gonna have to get these guys down the trapdoor, and they're pretty infuriating. But we managed to get them pretty safe. Now we send them all home. And that is the end of that secret. Oh, a third person just joined us. Thank you for watching. This is my first ever live stream, so I'm really happy to be doing one of my favorite game series. So this is some really well-timed stuff. If those floating mines touch you, you will explode. And you do not want that. So you can actually crouch down and sneak. And this really, your main enemy here is your own patience. Because as you can see, I'm moving really slow. And if you try and rush things, you will most definitely get caught. So as we're moving around, very slowly, I'm gonna have to hang up here for a second. That was... Okay, once again, we're dealing with these floating mines. Time. That's all you need. Okay, here's another secret. Climb down here. This one's a bit hard to get to. Really, the only way to do this one is to run past him. He will shoot you a little bit. But then you can jump over here, and after you jump over here, this camp professor won't worry about you. Just get him and kill him. And now you can chant to open up your portal. Yep. Immediately run in and doesn't cover because he's gonna send fligs after you. Now this is really difficult. You can't jump when the station or he'll know where you are. Just be very careful. Now, this is the really difficult part. You have to time this when they're both facing. Now you can get over this safe area and possess this guy. And you can to blow up these mines. That way it'll make it easier for you when you do it. Now possess this guy. And once again, we'll just do his buddy first. Then we're gonna have to tell these men not to get down. I'd recommend telling them to get down from above first. That way you don't risk, less the chance of getting shot. Now, that our buddies are all safe from sligs, we can chant to send them home. We can get some help out of this too, which is good. Always good to have help in this game. And we get zapped for that, but whatever. It doesn't do any damage. And that was that secret. We've saved 88 now. We have 11 left to save until we've reached the total that were available in the original game. So, as you can see, they've definitely packed a lot of Mudokons where there weren't Mudokons earlier on. Here's some more sneaking around, which is about to lead to a very close encounter with a slig. This one has a twist though, so you're gonna have to duck and jump and stay still at the right point. Sometimes an infuriating thing. You need to time it well. Wait until there's no looming danger. Wait until there's not a mine in front of you. Wait until you're not running the risk of, I say, a motion sensor. And then you can jump over the mine. Now that we've made it through that, we're gonna have to wait for this guy. activate this mine, jump up here, and luckily he'll run into it. So that's how you get rid of him. And he was actually guarding another secret. So we're going to go down here. That mine is not activated, I don't know what, but then maybe in case you want to kill him that way somehow. And we can jump through here. Like I said, this is just chock full of secrets. They might even add more secrets because they upped the ante by 200, so. But it's not too bad. Right here, there's many sneaky ways to do this. I'd recommend just making a break for it and hoping you make it through, and I did. So there's 3 doctors to save here. Get them over here, just down here. Then you can send them home. Then, no, we say to warn this area. Come up here. Wait for this slig. Let him get away. And open up this portal and run through. And I never knew what hit him. And I mean, I guess you could time it when that slig isn't facing you and you jump down, but as soon as you touch the ground, you'll wake up the other slig, so I really don't see a way to do that besides running. But obviously that steam's there for a reason, so to each their own. That's just the best way I found to do it. Now, climb back up. And of course, watch out for this motion sensor. It wasn't really that big of a problem before, but now you're just going to have to avoid it. And really, compared to what we just went through, this isn't really that big of a deal anymore. This mine won't touch you if you're walking over. Here's some bats. They're a big annoyance later on, but you can kill them with these bottle caps that Abe can throw, or rocks that we're going to get in a second, so. Or grenades if you really want to overkill, I guess. So we're going to get a rock and use it to get the secret area. And I'm pretty sure this might, no, it's not the last secret, but we're going to blow these up. And then once the smoke clears, the birds should be back, and we'll jump through again. So this game is definitely atmospheric. That's one of the main reasons why people love the original so much. And it spawned into a few sequels. There have been 4 games, well technically 5 counting this, in the Oddworld series at this point. There was the original, Abe's Odyssey, which is what we're playing now, but with CS1 graphics. And a sequel only 1 year later called Abe's Exodus. And that was just an expansion of everything that Abe's Odyssey did. And that is probably going to get the same treatment that this one got. Once again, just do some time in here. We're going to be hanging here for a while. So, then, it spun off into another adventure, starring an even more hopeless individual, called Munch. And he actually teamed up with Abe. I'm gonna resave this. So, I used all those guys off of it. So, Munch is definitely a mixed, it got mixed approval from people. Some people thought that it was really great, myself included. Munch is actually my favorite over Abe. Don't shoot me. But a lot of people disliked it, and I can see why, because it made the transition into a 3D game. And that can definitely be jarring. But a lot of people say that a lot of people say that that Munch's Odyssey just really wasn't that good of a 3D game. And it definitely didn't keep the atmosphere of the Abe games. That much can be agreed on by anyone. But it was its own thing, and it was really one of the best looking games on the Xbox at that time. And for that, like you can really say that about most of Oddworld Inhabitants games. Abe's Odyssey was definitely a groundbreaker for the PlayStation 1. Many people agree. And really, hopefully I don't die. There we go. And really, Munch was that for the Xbox, I think, at the time, because it was a launch title for the Xbox. And it definitely had a lot of features that a lot of people agree would have made it better than it was. And that was really due to being rushed and time constraints, and they actually switched from the PlayStation 2 to the Xbox midway through development. So that definitely didn't help them at all. But later on, there was a game called Stranger's Wrath. And that was definitely an incredible departure for the Oddworld series. It went from sort of like you're a hopeless oaf, like Abe and Munch were, and it made you into a character named Stranger, who, well, he's called Stranger just because no one knows who he is, but really, it was, I guess you could call it a first-person shooter, but it had third-person elements. It still had that Oddworld flair, like you had something called live ammo. And that really, it was probably the biggest callback to the old games, in that, you had creatures that were just like small, random creatures in the previous games. And they were used as live ammo, including the creatures that Munch saved in Munch's Odyssey called Fuzzles. You could shoot them out of your crossbow. And so it was a really good game. It was still a great game. And it's definitely considered one of the main series. But it was definitely not the same as the other ones. So I'm just going to talk you through a secret. It's definitely difficult. As you can see, I just died there. So this one, the whole time you have a slog chasing you. And as you can see, he's ignoring the Madaka, so you don't have to worry about that. But this whole thing is just dodging the slog and saving the Madaka. And that's a lot more difficult than it sounds. Slogs are those dogs down there. Red dogs. And they're like the Sligs enforcers, I guess. The Sligs work for the Gluckins, the Slogs are the Sligs' murderous pets. And they really, oh look, we've saved over the amount of the, earlier game. Good. So, basically, just dodge the Slog as best you can, get all the Madakans rounded up. Like I said, the Slog will ignore them. And you should be okay. These earlier secrets are definitely tougher than you would think the beginning of a game would be, like this whole game is, but trust me, if you saw the original game, compare it to this, oh my gosh, it's really hard. It has that, like, you can definitely agree that the earlier games are a lot harder than modern games are now, most of them. I don't know what it was about them, but they are, and Abe's Odyssey is definitely no exception. Right there, you just need to run that slog into a mine, just avoid him, as you've been avoiding other things. So, now this part just makes you aim really well, because if you miss, it'll wake up the slog, and he'll come after you. See, like that right there. And he was about to eat me, but luckily I quick saved, which you should do every time. So, just once you get the perfect aim, it'll blow him up. And here's another secret. I'm pretty sure the last secret down here. Oh, stockyards. Once again, thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot that there's people watching my first ever live stream. And like I said, this is one of my favorite game series. So if you do have profiles on here and you want to know anything about the series or anything, just ask me a question, and